Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. All right. No worries. All right. It's getting started. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, Maya, we are here and with Teresa, Maya, and Erica, and Maya is going to be our special guest trainer tonight. She is talking to us about all things open house, and this is her second open house that she has offered to her customers for holiday sales and offering gift giving services and using our products for that. And so um, she surpassed her sales this year over last year, which is just going to continue to grow. So, Maya, tell us about what you did this past weekend, what your total sales were, and what you think worked really, really well, and that you'll definitely be doing again in the future. And what would you change? Now that you've done this twice, what have you learned?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Um, so my sales for this past weekend was altogether 862, I think altogether. So, which is an increase so this is actually my third one because I did it the very first
Oh,
one and then I did it the next year. So this is my third one.
oh,
And it
okay.
has increased, I think, every year by like $200. Um,
Awesome.
So, which I'm sure you could do more. I'm not as active in like getting parties and faces and stuff like that as like Erica is. I know she's super active in doing that stuff. So, like, there is a difference in the quality of, or the amount of people that I have contact with. So, but it has increased over the last 3 years every time I do it. And people know that I'm going to do it, which I think is very helpful now, that people
Yes.
know I'm going to do it. The first 2 years, oh, the first 2 years I did like a thing like this. There's a letter that came in the mail. And I did a funky envelope because people say like you do the normal envelope, everybody sees that. But if you do like a up at the top envelope, it kind of gives it a little bit more, um, looks a little more fancy, but then it also sticks in their brain that it's a different opener than like your normal
Yeah,
letter. So I did
that's
that.
great.
This year though, I did a postcard. This was off of the Court of Achievers one.
Yeah.
So I just did that. It's very simple, even on the back. That's all I did on the
Yeah.
back of it. I did put
Yep.
my personal address at the top and my name because otherwise, who do they know that it's coming from?
Right. Right.
So I did put my name on there. Um, but I will say I got a lot of feedback from just the postcards. Oh, they're so cute. Thanks for the invite. So postcards might be the way to go. And they were cheaper than getting paper
Right.
and an envelope and then putting a
What a
stamp on
stamp.
it.
Yeah.
So the stamps for these are cheaper as well.
Yeah.
So that'll save you in cost too. So I might end up sticking with doing postcards instead
Right.
of doing the paper.
Yeah.
Even on here though, it does say that there's a special gift there. But I made sure my customers also knew that I was doing discounts. So when I sent a save the date 2 weeks beforehand through a text message through to everybody. Save the date, the time, where it's at, what
Right.
discounts am I offering. I think I even added in there that I was doing the basket raffle again. So every $10 they spend, their name got entered into a raffle for that basket.
Oh, nice.
Um, so just to continue to emphasize or like try and get them to come, um, type of thing. Um, the other thing I did was about a month and a half beforehand, I went through all of my inventory to make sure I knew what I had. But not only that, I went through my receipts from the previous year's open houses, what sold. Um, so I did do that, and I kind of
Okay.
based some of what I offered off of those past receipts. Um, and I ordered more of that stuff. So like the lip balm and the hand sanitizers, which I know those are out now. Um, I think they're out of stock now. I know the hand soaps particularly are out of stock, so I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Um, But I can show you like the gifts I did, like the satin
Yeah.
hands that always sells. But I can show you what I did. And I chose 9 specific things to wrap.
Okay.
They're not fancy wrapped, but they are wrapped. So I was very
Right.
strategic in what I did wrap. And most of that stuff did sell of what I did wrap.
Okay.
So just seeing what my customers normally purchased from the last couple years, what they thought was cute. I did add a couple of new things this year that I hadn't done in the past. Um, so that was helpful. But when I displayed the things, I put some of it, like the wrap stuff. I had 3 tables all together. One as you come right in the door, and I put like quite a few of the gifts on that one that were already wrapped. And then the other 2 tables, I just kind of spread all my inventory out. I
Right.
did not like, it wasn't, I mean, it was organized, but it wasn't like all wrapped or anything like that.
Right. Right.
Um, and that actually, like last year, I did that too. And this year, I went ahead and did it again, and it worked so well. People were
Yeah.
more apt to touch things, to pick them up, ask questions about it.
Right.
Um, so I did that, but I only put like little, these are 3x5 cards that I just broke up and I used them and I put what it was and I put a price on it. But I was strategic when I did that too. I only did that for the gifts and for the skincare. I did not put any of these for like the makeup. Um, I didn't do them for mostly just the makeup because people are just going to grab makeup. They don't
Yeah.
really care how much it cost. So I'm not
Mm.
going to waste my time of putting the cards together for it, but they're just going to pick it up anyways. They don't really care how much it cost. At least that's like from my experience. Like they'll ask
Okay.
about how much is the skincare. They'll ask that, but not really about the makeup. They just pick it up.
Okay.
Um, so that's kind of what I did. And with the like the body stuff, I just sat it out in like a cute little line basically, and then people just grabbed those too. Um,
Oh, wow.
for for like the for these, I just
Yeah.
stuck them in a line. I didn't wrap them. I didn't do anything with them. Like people just grabbed them, and I just did. I wasn't even specific with them. I just put shower gel and scented lotion. Like I wasn't specific. I just,
Wow. Yeah.
and people still picked them up. So that's what I did with that in regards. But I teased it on Facebook um, multiple times, a couple
Right.
weeks beforehand. And then the week of, I did post every day of different products of what I was going to have there. But it wasn't like the pictures that I took myself, it was of like the ones Mary Kay had.
Okay.
And I just scheduled those. But then every other day I did either like a live or I did some form of like what I had too. So it wasn't
Okay.
just those Mary Kay ones. Sorry, my voice is. And I did reels too. I did it on my personal page. I did it on my
Wow.
business page. Um, and I did text messages too. I think on like the Monday before it was, I did text messages. On Wednesday, I did text messages. And then Friday, I did text messages too. As
Nice.
like reminders. Hey guys,
Right.
and that's the only time I do that with my customers. I usually only text them once or twice a month, and that's
Right.
just the events that we have going on. I'm not a big pusher with different things. Um, but for this, it's a bigger event. I definitely teased it. I
Right.
definitely contacted about it. And I think that helped. I don't think I did it as much last year as I did this year. So I think that did help with having people come too. Um, and also a lot of my customers were saying, oh, they were always talking about wrinkles. So like eye, under eye, and then wrinkles on foreheads and the crow's feet and all of that. So I did get more of like the clinical solution type of things that were specific for wrinkles. So just figuring out what your customer base is asking about, have that stuff on hand because that stuff went faster than other things. Um,
Okay.
just because they were like, oh, I'll get this for myself. Or they're like, oh, next time when I purchase something, I'm going to get that for myself.
Right.
So like even just having the product on hand for them to see, um,
Right.
even though they may not have purchased it right then and there, they're like, oh, I'm going to get this next time. So,
Right.
and I can remind them of that because I can make mental notes or write it down myself
Yes.
of who it
Yeah.
is. So, like, I have a couple people I need to like contact and be like, oh, you wanted that specific mascara. Do you still want that? I'll add it to my order.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so, and I don't always have like foundations here because
Right.
it's very specific. So I did have a
Yeah.
couple people who wanted to be matched or they knew what they wanted and I just ordered it or I will be ordering it because I'm going to put it, I think, an order
Mhm.
tomorrow. So like, don't be afraid to be like, hey, I don't have this, but I'm going to put an order in on
Right.
Tuesday or whatever.
Right.
And
Yeah.
most people are like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like
Right.
they're not opposed to that. So, um, let's see here. I made a couple of notes. Oh, at least when I do my discounts, so I let them pick out of a jar and
Oh,
so they get to draw their own discount. That's just how I've done it. They
that's so
enjoy doing that.
cute.
They've enjoyed doing that. This year I did 10, 15, a couple of 20, and I only did one 30%. So like
Okay.
I did kind of like, you do more 10% than you do of other things.
Right.
So like,
Right.
you do be strategic with what you put in there, but I let them
Right.
draw it and they're like, "Oh, I got this." So like
Right.
that they seem to enjoy that. I
I
I
love
don't know.
that. And that is so, that reminds me of like, remember Kohl's used to send that coupon and it'd be like, you lift the sticker to see what your discount was, right? That's what that reminds me of. And I didn't always go to Kohl's, but I always lifted the sticker. I always wanted
Yeah.
to know what it was. And if it was 30%, I found a way to get to Kohl's. It was like
Yep.
that 30% would get me there. So yeah, that's
Yep.
great.
Yeah, so I did that
Awesome.
and then I did have snacks, but I did not go overboard. Like last year I did a little bit more of like almost like gourmet brownie type of things that were brownies
Yeah.
that had like a mint drizzle on them and that kind of stuff. I only did stuff that we already either were gonna purchase anyways, that if nobody ate it, my kids are gonna eat it. And I just pulled out the teas that I already had. So like I did not go overboard with the snacks or the drinks or anything like that. And honestly, I don't think anybody even went in the kitchen this year.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
so like
Right.
anything I had, my kids are gonna eat. It didn't come out of like it didn't come out of my business money. We were already going
Right.
to eat it. So I didn't like go out and like get something special or
Right.
specific. So, but it was
Yeah.
there if people wanted it.
Yeah.
Um, Also, I do like my house to smell nice, but instead
Okay.
of doing a candle, because I know some people are very sensitive to like candle smells,
Right.
I did a stovetop potpourri, um,
Mm,
like a Christmas potpourri, and it was
yeah.
just cranberries and orange and cinnamon sticks, and I think there was rosemary and cloves. And you
So
just,
you like made your own?
yeah, and you just put all that in water and let it simmer all day long, and that was it. So like it's more of a
Nice.
natural smelling. It's not like overpowering to
Yeah.
anybody or anything like that. Um,
Beautiful.
and then that also creates, more of that ambiance type
Yes.
of feel to it as well. Um, Let's see here. I did do cash, check, credit card, or Venmo. But I only took checks from people that I personally like have a relationship with. If
Right.
I don't have a
Right.
relationship with them, I'm going to say I don't accept checks. It can be cash, Venmo, or credit card.
Right.
Most people this year paid with Venmo though.
Okay. Love
Probably
that.
over half my sales went in Venmo.
Yeah.
Um, so just, but really, oh, I think I started this, but I didn't finish my thoughts. With the discounts, I did have like a discount section where I had like discontinued products and I did those already for like 50% off. But when they checked out, I took the tax off the original price for those.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I didn't add the extra like 10 or 15% on those. So those were not
Right.
included in the like drawing of your discount because they were already discounted.
Okay.
So they weren't going to get like 60% off of that,
Oh,
like so. Um, and then for sponsor or grandparent, I did have, and I can show you guys this too, but um, I did have, I don't know how to do it on this. Oh, there we go. I had this like front and center,
so cute.
and it's just like a from the dollar store, like a little bin. And then I already had them like wrapped and stuff like that with the sign on it. And people
Cute.
saw that and they're like, "Oh, I forgot you were doing that. Oh yeah, I'll do that."
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I did get more people, like a couple more people to do adopt a grandparent off of that, just having that out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's great.
but
Awesome.
and I did split up the hydrating mask and I did them for like $3 and they're just
Oh,
individually like in here. And
a great idea.
couple people pick them up because when you go to like Target or Walmart or anything like that, like
Yeah.
they're more apt to pick it up if it's only like $3 instead of being a box for 40 or you discount the
Right.
box or whatever. So I did split those up. Um,
Great idea.
and it's just from the dollar store, a Santa thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
So
great idea.
I did that. And I did do
The luggage.
the the luggage thing and I sold quite a few of them. So
Okay.
those were they sold better than I thought they were going to.
Okay.
So and I think I saw oh I can't remember her name Ashley. I think she said add $6 to it. I only added three
Right.
um because when I did some more math on it, I was like, I don't need to make a profit
Right.
off of the packaging. I just want to break even on that. And I don't want the
Okay.
prices to go up too far because
Right.
people aren't going to buy it.
Yeah.
Um,
And and that's, coming from Andrea Peters. She, the one who does the
yeah,
Peters packaging with the envelopes, because she's always said, double your packaging as well into your price, your cost of your packaging. And Maya, I'm with you too. I always felt like, oh, but then that makes it really expensive,
yeah,
like, and those luggage sets are already priced for that company to make a profit. So
right.
then for me to add on top of that, like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. But hey, we're independent, so we get to decide what we want to do, right? So yeah.
Yeah. The first year I did the open house, I got a lot of gift wrapping type of things. I did the Peters gift wrapping.
Yes. Yeah.
And actually I still have quite a bit of that. So
Okay.
I don't like wrap everything. Where that first
Right.
year I felt like I had to like have the wrapping on hand. I felt like I had to have a lot of
Yeah.
it like wrapped. Um, but I have definitely scaled back on
Right.
what I wrap and what
Yeah.
I wrap with.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah. So that's,
Awesome.
I don't know. I thought this year went really, really well. I don't know
Yeah.
if I would change a ton from what I did this year, except for like I may
Okay.
not do snacks next year.
Right.
Um, but
Maybe
again,
just have like those mini water bottles. You know what I mean?
yes.
Like if somebody's thirsty, just have like a little container of water bottles. And I think that would be fine.
Yeah.
And a
So
bowl of chocolate or like a bowl of like, like, I mean, so my Aunt Audrey, she would do, and maybe she still does this. She probably does at every single party that she did, whether it was at her house, usually she would go to somebody else's house. She didn't want people coming into her house. But she would, part of her preparing for the classes, she would take out a bowl of chocolate and put it in the middle of the table. And then the ladies would like, take a chocolate here and there. And she said, chocolate makes you happy.
yeah.
When you happy, you want to spend money. So that's what she would do.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't this year, I didn't put um the lookbooks out.
Right.
Um,
Smart.
if I needed to consult with it, I had one on hand.
Right.
But I didn't
Right.
like put them out.
Yeah.
I did give a couple people because I bought the new ones that came out when I did my last order.
Okay.
And so a couple people were like, "Oh, I didn't get one in the mail," so I just gave it to them.
Okay. Yeah.
Because those were people that are not on my mailing list.
Right.
Um,
And then they
so
can be. Yeah.
yeah. So I did give that out to people that are not on my mailing list. Unless they asked
Good
for it,
idea.
then I did. But
Yeah. Yeah. Smart.
yeah. So
Very
yeah.
smart. Awesome. So how many people came through?
Let's see here. One.
I almost feel like we should get a guest book, for these things that you can like use the same guest book each year and then you can like be tracking like that, like a wedding. I
So
don't
it's like
know. It's cute.
probably like 7 or 8 people.
Wow. And you sold over $860.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I do my times probably differently than like how you would do it. I think you said you schedule times.
Yeah.
I have found that like getting times with people is really hard. Um,
Okay.
so Friday night I only did from 5 to 8 at
Right.
night. So it's like right after you get off work, or a little bit later
Yep.
after you get people settled. And
Yep.
then I did do 8 a.m. this year, the next because I did 9 last year, and some people are like, "Oh, can
Right.
you open a little bit earlier?" So I did do 8 this year, 8 to 5 this year, because last year I think I did 9 to 4. Um,
Okay.
but I think 9 to 5 would have been perfectly
Right.
fine. I think my
Yeah.
last person walked in at like 4:15.
Okay.
Um, so I think 5 was a good time to stop.
Yeah.
But maybe like 9:30 would probably
Right.
suffice for our start time.
Yeah.
Because I think my earliest person came at 9:45.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Nice.
but
Very good. All right.
yeah.
Well, I just love how strategic you were and the decisions that you made and they were so smart and I like how you simplified things. Because we don't want to do these kinds of things if they're overwhelming, if they make us crazy, if they make our family crazy, right? Like we want this to be something that is, it's going to take a little bit of work to do something like this, obviously, right? Like it's not just going to come together like, in a day. But we want it to be duplicatable too. They could be like, okay, I can do it this way, next year, or I can tweak it this way. And so yes, anybody have any questions, Teresa or Erica? Do you have any questions or anything that you want to affirm Maya with that you were impressed by? You just want to like encourage her.
I'm just so proud of you.
Oh, thank
I love
you.
that you I love that you do it and you do such a good job with it. So, good
Oh,
job.
thank you. I will say my kids did very well this year because, like, the first year it was so exciting because it was something brand new. They were
Yeah.
coming in, they distracted me a couple of times. So I like undercharged people like once or
Oh,
twice that first year because they were like distracting me. Um, and then last year they weren't as like crazed about it, but this year they did really, really well. So like I had to coordinate with my husband, obviously, but one of my
right.
kids had a birthday party on Saturday, so he had to take him to the birthday party. So he was gone
Oh,
for
nice.
like 4 hours of it. So I
Wow.
had the other two, but they like played in the other room. So like
Right.
even if you have kids, like it is doable. You just
Right.
really have to pay attention with the
With the
with the
money
money's
part.
part.
I think it's so great that you did so well with just like 7 or 8 people there. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Right.
That's so
Thank
Yeah.
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
It's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, what have you thought about, so now I think you said that there are people there who you didn't know too that came in, right? Like some people brought friends. So how did you do that?
That one was just sending text messages out, and then they were just like, "Hey, my friend wants to come." I mentioned it to
Okay.
them. So what's the funny part is that that friend of mine didn't even come. The friend came. Um, so
Like she
like
didn't know you and you didn't know her, but she wanted to co I love
Yeah,
that.
so she brought like I kind of sort of know her, but not really. Like I've
Right,
met her
right.
before, but like, and she brought her daughter with her, so they bought like skincare for the mom, the daughter, like,
Yeah.
so, and she was like, oh, I did Tupperware parties and Mary Kay parties back in the day.
Yeah.
Not her selling them, but she was
Right.
like, does Mary Kay still do parties? And I was like, yeah, so if you ever want to do one,
Yeah.
like, let me know. So there's also that other contact too of
Right.
just like, well, if you want to. So when I follow up
Right.
with her, to ask like, how are you using with your skincare? I could say, I could throw in there if
Yeah.
you ever wanted to have a girls' night, like let me know.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah. Awesome. That's exciting. So you didn't really put anything specific like that you were intentionally, like you didn't have an incentive to bring a friend or,
like on the card,
or-
I would have, and I did say in a couple of things, I'm like, if you bring a friend, I'll give you an extra discount or something like that. I probably would
okay.
have tacked on like another 5%.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
even on here, it said like, bring a friend and I'll have a special gift for you. So like the 5% would
Oh,
have been
okay.
like the extra.
Okay.
So there was a blurb in there
Okay,
about
good.
it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then I think, let's see here.
Your sweater is lovely, by the way.
Oh,
I've been
thank
like
you.
admiring it. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it doesn't say like if you bring a friend. Yeah, even in this one, like I don't have like a
Right.
blurb in there about it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that would be, something maybe, if I mean, yeah, I don't know, maybe like be more intentional and a little bit more forward about that next year, because I mean, what are you gonna sell when you break double digits, and people coming, like, like when you get to 15 people or 20 people that come, like, oh
Yeah,
my goodness, like that it's just, and even that many people coming, that's not crazy, to
right.
handle, right? Like that would not be, super crazy. This director that I was listening to about her open house, oh, I was looking for this. Here it is. I've been making my little snowman, and I was like, I know I have another card somewhere. Um, there was a director that I was listening to about how she does hers. Yeah, and she has 18 to 20 people that show up. I don't think I wrote down what her I didn't write it down, but I mean, she sells like, thousands of
Hmm.
dollars. Like she sold $4,000, like for just her open house, like which is Friday and Saturday, um, with 20 people coming. So it's
Right.
just like it's people are truly hi Bailey, girl. People are truly doing their holiday shopping with her, like really, really, really doing it. So, um, I love this. I love it so much, Maya. It's just so great. And I do want to encourage you because you did say in the beginning, maybe it's a little bit more of like a challenge, but you said, "Oh, Erica's so good about getting the parties," and
Hmm.
you know, you can too.
I know.
You can too.
I gotta buckle down.
You can do it. You can do it, and you just get on a rhythm with your family as to, if I have a party, this is when I have them and
Mhm.
this is what it looks like. And it's all good. I mean, just like your family knows on Monday nights you're going to be here. Right. And
Mm.
it's not a surprise. Right. So that's going to be the same thing with your parties too. My family knows that I could have a party on a Saturday morning or a Friday evening,
Mm.
and that's okay. They're and thank goodness Max has a job that he's not on call anymore during the weekend, so I can plan those things, and it's just what works with our schedules, with the sports, and so you find what you can be consistent with. And I know sometimes life can be crazy with kids' schedules as to what can be consistent, but Maya, I just see so much, potential not only for this open house, but also like for the rest of our Mary Kay year by June 30th, if you will embrace the party, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Even if it's just two or three a month, like that will, just think of that income and that profit that can be there and the growth that can be in your business and, your preferred customer program, how many magazines you're sending out, or not magazines, lookbooks that you're sending out now. And yeah, it just grows so much from that. It really does. And like I've said, I mean, Teresa is a perfect example with her debut party. But other parties that I have had before that, Teresa's party when she was a customer and not a consultant yet, and then other parties that I have had, like these people are excited to have parties. It is like the good old days again, ladies, with the home party, right, Teresa? Don't you feel like it is like, when people would have their Tupperware and their pampered chef parties,
Yes.
and like, and women look forward to them, and the hostess is preparing her
Mhm.
house, and she's getting her, pink, paper products that she's
Mhm.
putting out, and her little snacks and everything's laid out beautifully in her kitchen. I mean, they're excited to have their friends over, for their friends
Mhm.
to see their homes, right?
Yeah.
And their friends are excited to see their homes, and
Mhm.
they just want to gather together. It's
Yeah.
the Zoom parties and everything are convenient, but there's a lot of magic when women gather together in person, right?
Agreed.
And there's
Absolutely.
just so much encouragement, and there's so much camaraderie, and it's so fun. And oh my goodness, it's just so good for our businesses. It's so, so good. So I did my wedding expo yesterday. So that
How
was
was
super
that?
fun. Yes, Teresa, it was so much fun. So that's how Teresa and I connected, right? Like 6 months ago. So, outside of church. And
Mhm.
that kind of got this whole thing going, that now Teresa's in my unit, and, and on our team, and she's killing it. So
How
yeah, I
was your
did it
show? How
again.
was the
And
show? Did you make a lot of contacts?
I didn't count them all, and I'm splitting them with the director who's the contact, right? Like, so she and I split the table. So she paid for half of it, and I paid for the other half, because it's not a cheap table
I know.
at all.
Yeah.
It's expensive. It's definitely expensive. But I think we each paid, how much should I pay her? I think it was 375,
Mhm.
and then we split that. I think
Okay.
that's what it was, and that's like a half table as to what
Right.
we got. But it is through the local news station. So it's well advertised, right, Teresa? Like, it's through
Mhm.
WWAY.
Yeah.
They had it at the Aloft Hotel, which is downtown, right on the water. Teresa, it was so beautiful. Like, we were looking out over the river with
Oh,
like the
nice.
Cape Fear Bridge right in the background, and
Nice.
that river walk. I mean, people were walking along. It was sunny. It was gorgeous. They had a guy playing the steel drums. Like, he was a vendor. So he was there. It's like you could hire this guy to play steel drums at your wedding. So he played the
That's so cool.
entire time. They had all these food vendors, Teresa. I think they had them for your one in the spring that you went to. People giving out food. Like, I ate food, like little spanakopita's, like, and little like steak bites with the horseradish sauce and pork tenderloins, and then someone else had all her charcuterie stuff, and somebody else, I mean, the Mission Barbecue was giving away free mac and cheese and pulled pork,
Wow.
like,
So,
yeah. So
do
yeah,
you think it was money well spent?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I do. I really do. I mean, just thinking, I mean, it's made back in one party.
Okay.
Like, I make my money back in one party, and then every party that I have after that is just gravy. I probably held 8 parties from the one that I did in the spring. And when
Wow.
those parties are like $500 or more,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, that's
definitely
great.
worth it. Yeah. And then all the business that comes in the future from that too.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is 1, 2, 3. It's a mixed bag. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So I think this is less than what I got last time. I think I had more like 40. So that was kind of surprising to me, but I mean, the connections that I did make, they're going to be awesome.
That's
Like, they're going to
And
be
wonderful.
that's
awesome, and yeah,
only half of the,
that's the total. But
so
I
that's
also want to
27
think,
between the two of you.
Yep, so I'll split that
Okay.
up. And I did start making two piles, like the ones that I really connected with personally, which
Yeah.
she knew that I would keep those ones, right? And then, she would get other ones. And here's the thing. Even though you may think like, okay, you're only getting like 13, 14 leads, right? I did Kissology with them. So I did, the Kiss personality test. And this is on, I believe it is on our Facebook group. If you don't have it, I will send you I will send it to you. But I printed these out on cardstock and I had them where's my thing? Here we go. Has these little kiss and tell sheets. So I had a smattering of lip glosses and lipsticks with the doe tip applicators. And they got to pick a lipstick or lip gloss. They put it on. They kissed this piece of paper, right? And then I took this piece of paper and I held it up against this. And you're looking for lip shape, right? And so I'm matching up their lip shape, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know this. You guys, you kind of look like Passion's Princess. What do you think? And I get their info, I get their feedback of what they think, and someone might say, I think it's a little bit more like Miss Spotlight. I'm like, I think you're right. Okay, let's look at what Miss Spotlight means. Are you a singer or a movie star? Because you might as well be. And they just laugh. You got to read it really funny. You have the charisma of a natural born stunner, and you have the attitude to match. So go out and enjoy the attention. And it's kind of crazy how many people are like, that sounds like me. They're like, oh my goodness, that is exactly me. And so and then I'm like, oh my goodness, that was so much fun. Okay, well, I'm giving away tons of free pamperings. So I'm doing pampering sessions and I'm giving out gift cards. So fill out this piece of paper and I'll make sure you get entered. And I'll be in touch within a week or two to let you know what you've won. Okay, great.
Oh, okay.
So having that interaction with them makes it not a warm lead, right? So now the warmer you get, the more likely, then easier it is to book with them, right? So, yeah. Now, were there people walking by that I didn't get them to fill this out? Yeah, because I mean, I had a little line that people were waiting to do the Kissology, and some people didn't want to wait, and they just moved on to the next booth, and they never came back. That's okay because the people who I did connect with, I'm gonna book easily. So, yeah. But any vendor event, ladies, if anything comes your way, like with local churches or for the holidays, there's so many holiday events, right? And holiday vendor things. I recommend doing KISS personality tests. I really do. It's fun, it's engaging, and it gets you to interact with people. And that's what you want. So that is that. All right. Oh my gosh, it's already 8:41. I okay. Did anybody look at the My Shop yet and start to set up their My Shop? Okay. I mean, you've got time. It doesn't launch until December 17th, right? So you are okay. Ashley did hers already. Truthfully, I did not. I was gonna kind of look through it with you guys, but it's already 8:41. So she said it was super easy though. Like, but what you should do though, and we talked about this last time in October, and some of you already did it, have your 6 photos because you get to have 6 pictures, right? Ashley did pretty much all pictures, like personal pictures of
Wow.
her with her family. Like she did just a lot of personal stuff. And then she had like a couple of like Mary Kay photos, like of her by her pink Cadillac and then something from seminar, right? But for the most part, it was all personal pictures of her and her family and her doing things that she loves. And then you are going to be writing like an I story as to why you joined Mary Kay, and what you enjoy about being Mary Kay in Mary Kay and what you love about the products. And so, but she said it's she did it quickly. It's not a long, drawn out process. Mary Kay has made things very simple, which is good for us. There is, when you go into Mary Kay and Touch, actually, I'll share my screen here so you can see what you're looking for. Um, and then we'll do our recognition. So is this what I want to show you? Yeah, I guess we'll do this one. All right. So, okay. So let me show you. All right, how do I exit out of this one? All right, that's fine. Oh, there's the box. Oh, that's why. All right, there's the X. Okay, so when you go to I think there, oh, there we go. So this is the home page, right? On Mary Kay in Touch. There is going to, oh no, that's not the home page. I'm just going to show you exactly where it is. All right. So this is my home page, all of the things. And when you scroll down a little bit, you have this scrolling apart, right? So you're going to see this that says connect from clicks to connection, see what's coming. Click on that, see what's coming. And then it has the new e-commerce experience. So they have two what you need to know flyers right here. A first edition that they gave us in October and a second edition that they gave us in November this year. So you could click on those. And then when you scroll down, you've got everything about my shop. So there's a lot of like, what's happening? How does this help you? Right. So kind of like frequently asked questions, right? To kind of explain what my shop is all about. And then you click right here where it says set up your online shop now. There is also a video that you can watch. Let's see how long this video is. Oh, it's like 10 minutes. All right, you don't need them. We're running, you can watch it on your own time, right? But when you click on here, that is going to take you into setting up my shop. And my shop does not go live again until December 17th, right? So you've got time to do that. Your contact card, everything is right here. So pretty good, right? Any questions about that? Kind of feel like you may have questions as you go through it, but I also feel like Mary Kay's really good about answering them too as you're going through it. So, but this is an exciting thing that Mary Kay is doing. It's they're giving us a lot of time, right? Of like communicating the changes, but they want to make sure that everyone knows what's coming. If there's no big surprises, yeah, it's going to be good. But you may want to start communicating with your customers now that you're going to want them to text their orders to you or email or call. Because remember, any orders that do come in through my shop, which is going to be our new websites, Mary Kay's fulfilling them right away. So we have no control over making any adjustments and prices and adding products, offering our special deals and adding it to that order. That would all have to be something that we do after the fact. So, they can look online, but just try to start communicating. Hey, Mary Kay has this great new e-commerce platform, but in order for me to give you the most, customized individual attention, text me your order, right? Look at what's on there, but text or email or call me with your order, or send it to me through, a private message. This way I can make adjustments on price and make sure that you get exactly what is the right price for you and the right products for you too. So that's great. And probably a lot of your customers already do that anyway, right? I mean, when I think of it, a lot of my customers already just text me. Like, I got one website order today, right? And it was for a CC cream, but the past 5 orders that I've gotten in the past 2 days have all been by text message. So, a lot of people are already, because they know you, they have their relationship with you. All right, let's do our recognition. Here we go. Maya, you did awesome, by the way. Thank you so much for sharing. You were so prepared. You had your notes and yeah, it was great. Really, really, really good. So I see red jacket and leadership in your future. So all right. So ladies, let's talk about what you sold. We know that Maya might be the queen of sales. Maya might be the queen of sales from last week, but if you sold $1 last week, will you please raise your hand? Woo! All right. Maya, are you frozen?
Oh, no, I'm not
Yeah.
frozen. I didn't know you wanted me to still do it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right. I'm getting dry. It's that time of night. Okay. So $1. Now we got $100. Keep your hands up. $200. 300. Yeah. Maya. 400. 500. 600. 700. 800. 900. What did you sold 862, right? Is there anything else? Okay.
Nope, that's it.
So
No,
great. So Maya, is this a record for you? Is this an all-time high for your sales in 1 week?
Probably, I think so.
I think so. I mean, you've had other high weeks with parties,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think for 1 week. Well, congratulations on that personal
Thank you.
record. Very exciting. Okay, so let's also talk about, oh, and I've got to do announcements. We need to talk about announcements of events coming up. All right, let's do bookings. If you have one face booked, will you raise your hand? One face booked, facial or event for, one of our events. Okay, great. Two faces booked. Three, four. Erica, how many have you got? Two. All right. Awesome. And then parties. How many parties are booked? If you have one party booked from now until forever. That's so sad. That's so sad. Okay. Let's fix that. Shall we? I know it's the holidays. I know. My schedule is filled as well, but we can still have our parties, right? Because we also need money to pay for all of those things that we're doing. So, right? We need the money to pay for the things. So let's get some parties booked. And people want to gather right now. It may be busy, but people still want to gather. So, and what are we gathering for? We're gathering for pampering, right? Like it's fun and it's good and it's relaxing for people. So this isn't a hard thing. Okay, so let's talk about some things that we've got coming up. So tomorrow we're playing bingo. You can still book people for bingo. I am challenging and encouraging and believing that each of you can have 5 guests tomorrow. Now, we're doing something different. First of all, it's going to be on Zoom. We're using Ashley's Zoom number. That's going to be texted out tomorrow. I'm also going to post it on Facebook as soon as we're done. But we're going to be on Zoom. We do not have a bingo board this time. Your guests just pick 5 numbers, 1 through 25. Now, they still connected to products and things about the Mary Kay opportunity? They are, but we just don't have a card for it, and we don't need one. So we're simplifying things. Okay, so Ashley and I have our list of 1 through 25. We're still going to be pulling numbers, out of a jar. Ashley does it old school that way, so we're going to do it that way too. And so we're going to be pulling our numbers and talking about products. But when they're 5 numbers are called, they win bingo, and we do multiple winners. So it's fun and it's easy, and they can be invited tomorrow. And that's not too late at all, right? It's not too late. It is on 8 p.m. and it is on Zoom. Now, something else to know about what is coming up on our calendar is next week we will have our Power Up meeting here again. So that is saying, and that's the week of Thanksgiving. After that, on December 1st, we are going to have our meeting. I won't have our presentation done by then, though, where we're celebrating the month's wins. Like there just isn't enough time. And so that presentation, I'm going to do like a lunch later on in that week. So stay tuned for that. And the reason why is just because I'm running out of time. Like Tuesdays and Thursdays, I've got Christmas programs for my kids. I have 4 to go to with 3 kids. Why? How did that even happen? I don't know. It's because Asher, this is why, because Asher has a part in the school program. He's been dreaming of this since kindergarten. He's so excited, but he has 2 performances. So we got to be at home. So, okay, then Ruby has hers and Caleb has his. So it's busy. So I'm going to be doing a lunchtime for that. Likely it will be Friday the 5th. Okay, we'll do a lunch time for that. And it'll probably just be on Facebook Live too. Okay, we'll just kind of keep it simple. The 8th is $1,000,000 Monday with Cheryl Fulcher. Was so good last week Monday. Oh my goodness. I highly, highly encourage that you go there. She did record it. I don't have the recording. I'm going to see if I can find it. Okay, but it was so good. All right, so that's going to be the 8th, same time, 8 o'clock. Ashley and I will have an event for you. We're doing one in December. It's not planned yet. It's probably going to get planned after bingo tomorrow because that's usually when after these events, we just keep talking. So we will have an event for you. I am telling you, it's likely going to be the 16th or the 18th of December because that's what works for me. So hopefully one of those, that's a Tuesday or a Thursday. Hopefully that works for her. Okay. We have a meeting on the 15th. I believe our meeting on the 22nd will either be canceled or you will join Ashley, but I will be with my family up in the mountains. So I will likely be taking that time to be with them. And so she and I help each other out in those kinds of situations. But we'll be back together on the 29th. Yeah. And then we get into January, which is just so crazy. So that is what's going on. So any questions about the schedule or any events that are coming up? December 15th is the end of the STAR quarter. So make sure you're keeping a look at your numbers for that, how close you are, to the next level. Definitely keep your eye on that. And remember that with Mary Kay, that what they're offering for 600 wholesale each month is going to be 800 STAR credits, right? So they're just giving you STAR credits for that, which is fine, right? That's fine. But that's why you're getting a necklace from me with 600 wholesale this month. So remember, that's that really pretty initial necklace. Yeah, it's super cute. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Maya. Again, a fantastic job. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing with us. And I pray you all have a great night. All right. Bye.